Hey YouTube, Beamz here. Today I'm going over how to stay consistent in RainbowSixSiege. Before I continue, look, 100 subs isn't a lot, but it's more than just a number on the screen. Like 100 individual people subscribed to me, and that means so much. If I didn't hit this milestone, I honestly don't think I'd be making this video right now, so I'm just really thankful for that. Not only for this milestone, but also just clicking on the video. Yes, really, you could have clicked any other video on YouTube, but you somehow clicked mine, and that's just mind-blowing to me. Next milestone, 200 subscribers, so a sub to the channel will be greatly appreciated and only takes 5 seconds out of your day. It's also completely free and you can always change your mind later. But without further ado, let's get on with the video. Whenever I think to myself of consistency in Siege, I jump straight away to good gun skill, movement, and just thought process in the moment, right? Just being in the moment. Consistency isn't being perfect every round or match because, well, we're not robots, of course, but it's performing at the similar level you did the last round, match, or even day. Although you will fail a lot trying to get consistent at Siege, it just means you have more to learn and improve on. You would have heard numerous amounts of time that, oh, just play the game. Like, yeah, that's what you want to do. Being consistent does take time, but today I want to give you guys some tips on how to speed up the process on becoming a more consistent player in RainbowSixSiege. The first thing I want to go over is to stop changing your sensitivity, FOV, or anything that will affect your gun skill. When starting out in Siege, I wanted to be better. I mean, who didn't want to be like the Pro League players? But I just couldn't find my perfect sense. So every once in a while, I would change my sensitivity, aspect ratio, until around 6 months ago, when I just left it and what I thought I could grind out. And it didn't feel uncomfortable, but I just pushed through and grinded the hell out of it. You really have to grind it out. You really have to grind it out in this game if you want to improve. I've played many sports over my life so far, like basketball, tennis, swimming. So I knew that to improve, I had to work hard and grind it out, but in Siege, I never stuck to one sense and I never tried to stick to something and just grind it out, which never made sense to me why I didn't. It's really easy to learn a sensitivity in Siege, and you want to improve your KD and show to the higher ranks that you're good at the game. But although it may be easy to learn a new sense, it is really hard to get extremely good with one. So pick one sense, FOV, aspect ratio, get into aim trainers with ADS speed, so whenever you ADS in the game, you're consistent with it, and grind it the hell out. Don't forget to grind out T-hunts, because practicing your 180s and 360s are really important. I can't stress this enough, but you have to play T-hunt. Although it doesn't have good training grounds with targets or anything, the terrorists are better than nothing, so grind it the hell out. I currently have 165 hours in T-hunt, so you should try and get more than that. Next, I want to go over goal setting. You have to challenge yourself with a goal. Record and study your gameplay and look to see what you're bad at and why you're better at something else. Make sure to set a time span, goal, and work really hard on what your goal is, whether it be getting good at a sensitivity or learning callouts. But most importantly, you want to challenge yourself while doing this. What I'm about to say doesn't only apply to Siege, but life as a whole. If you're uncomfortable, you're doing something different. That means you're extending your skill set and yourself as an individual. So keep on grinding even if it's uncomfortable. You will improve. Your brain just tells you don't know. So it's new information or a new task. You have to learn every operator. Go one operator at a time and just grind them all out. Some of you guys don't want to be a Jaeger main. Some of you do. But you just got to get out there and get good at every single operator and find what operator list you're best at and how flexible you are at an operator. Although you won't know who you're going to verse in a ranked match, you'll definitely have a good idea and what operators you'll play with. But when it comes to solo queuing, You won't have a set hard breacher or those set really important operators, you know, the Thermites, Habanas, Maverick. So get really good at those core important operators and become valuable with those operators, making it easy for people to approach and to add you to their friends list. People want those players due to how valuable they are, getting yourself into stacks and good teams, which makes you win matches and just helps you keep climbing that rigorous ranked ladder. Ultimately, it stops your solo queuing. You need to handle failure. Trust me, everyone in the world has and will fail. Once you learn how to handle failure, it will allow you to grow and succeed. If you are failing, you need to not blame it on the game, nor your teammates. A lot of people will do this, and we all know who those people are. So when you die, do not sit there and whine and say that the game's hit reg is bad. Think how you can handle that failure and learn from it. So let's say I die because I just didn't join the room. I just instantly die and I don't see the player. I will not say the dude was hacking or he was just there at the correct time. I'll know that I should have used my utility that's in my back pocket. Also, if you are trying to improve or look to get better at using utility, I do have a video for that. Link in description. I think to myself, I know I'm better than that. I know that I should have joined the room and used my utility. Yes, it sucks when solo queuing and you die or your teammate dies right off the bat, but you got to know how you can mentally push through it and be the best player you could be that round or the next. You are never going to get better when throwing blame. You have to own up to what you could have done better. Since you're not trying to improve someone else, you're trying to improve yourself at Siege. Stop complaining about the game and others because you have no control over those actions. But you do have control on what you can do to improve. The last tip I want to go over is to stop looking in places that waste your time. I've seen it so many bloody times, it is insane. I will see someone who is in a 1v1 and they know the other player is on the other side. But for some reason, they decide to look right beside them to a wall the opposing player cannot get to because the player is too far away to travel there in that time. Just avoid spending time looking at unnecessary places, whether it be checking what your teammates are doing or if you're just looking somewhere for no reason at all. Have a reason to look somewhere and then you'll be prepared for a gunfight. When you limit your movement and have everything in front of you, you'll hit more of your shots, and more importantly, you will win those gunfights. Before I conclude today's video, I really hope you enjoyed it, or even if you just learned something new to better yourself in Rainbow Six Siege, or even at life at this point. A like rating will always be greatly appreciated to help YouTube and its algorithm to push out this video to others who are looking to improve at Siege. As always, I'll see you guys in the next one.